Good morning, Papa. Good morning, pastors. Good morning, church. I'm giving this testimony on behalf of a 10-year-old boy, but I am a beneficiary of the prayer, of the sincere prayer of a 10-year-old, an innocent prayer of a 10-year-old. At the beginning of the 21-day fast, Papa asked us, my son, by the way, loves Papa so much. He preaches like Papa in front of me. He talks like Papa in front of me. And he listens to Papa's early morning prayers as we're going to school. And he takes communion too all the time. So my son reminded me and said, Papa, the first few days, he said, Papa asked us to write 7 things that we wanted and 7 things that we didn't want. And I said, yes. I said, write yours. I told him, double it. Write 2 paper while I write 2 paper. So on one of the evenings where I came to church, I think it was about the 4th day or the 3rd day, I can't really remember, where I came to church, I stayed behind to clean, and I was opportune to have dropped mine and his at the altar, and I took the other one back home. So when he gave me back his prayer points, I read it. Number 1, school, 2, football. They're just different things, and he got to number 6. And my son wrote, God, I want the embassy to release my passport. Now that's where the story comes. So you see, I have always told my son that his passport was with one embassy. I had never told him the whole truth, or I've never even told him the truth at all. And the truth was that the passport was with his father. And I and his father had been in a 10-year-long toxic demonic battle. And it's been public. I don't know who is here who doesn't know about that battle. It is worldwide. It's tornado. So, yes. So, I sat him down and I told him, okay, when he told me, I saw it and I just sighed and I said, oh God. Well, I left it. I didn't think much about it. Church, exactly 2 days later. How would you shout? How would you shout? Now, this testimony is the first period, the first week of the 21 days prayer. Fasting and prayer, and it was the week of early answers. 2 days later, his father reached out to me and said, I want to give you every document this boy needs, every document that you left with me. And for some reason, the Holy Spirit just told me, he's real, he's serious, believe him. And I just took it and I believed him. And he asked a series of questions, and that question led me to know that it was time for me to talk to my son about who his father was. And the truth is, I tell you, before me, you, and God, I have never spoken a word, whether it was a bad word, whether it was a good word, about my son's father to him. I have never spoken about a man or nothing. In fact, he doesn't even know anything. So I sat him down one day and I told him, I said, have you ever wondered where your dad is? He said, yes, I have. I've just never asked you because I don't know. I just feel like you would not want to talk about it. And I said, oh, okay. And I sat him down and I said, okay, I'm very sorry, but what I'm going to say might really hurt you a little bit. He said, Mommy, say, talk. He just kept pushing me. He was eating, actually, very nonchalant. He was eating, and he just said, talk. And I was almost breaking down, but I knew I had to put it together for my child. So I told him a short story. I said, a man and a woman met themselves, they gave birth to you, and they became war. And he was like... And he was like, really? I said, yeah. I said, we were so bitter, we were toxic, and in the midst of all of these things, it has affected you, and I'm sorry. And he looked at me and said, so have you forgiven him? I didn't answer. He said, Mommy, because he's very authoritative. He talks to me like he's my father. He said, Mommy, have you forgiven him? And I looked up on my son, and my son said, if you didn't forgive him, I have forgiven you. I have forgiven him, but I'm upset with you for not telling me. But it's okay. I can understand better now. And church, I mean, I'm telling you that this is 10 years. 10 years of war. 10 years of public shame. 10 years without a boy knowing his father. 10 years of lack of love. 10 years of bitterness, of hatred, everything just dissolved in front of my child. And I found my child holding my hands because I was crying. He held my hands and I was just praying for his father. I prayed for that man. I prayed for that man. You don't understand, because I mean, presidents and ex-presidents have interfered. I said no. I said no because of how bitter I had been. I've come here to tell you guys the first time I said that I will burn the bridge. If you are coming, I will bomb you. It was not a lie. That was one bridge I bombed. That was one bridge I couldn't just take. That was one bridge I had so much bitterness and anger towards. Immediately, everything just broke down. Church, I see myself addressing my ex-husband as he should be addressed. Before I would have put one derogatory sentence or something added to his name. I respect him now. We are talking like we are friends. I see myself forgiving.
So right after this testimony, both actress Tontodikeh and her ex-husband, OlAKUNLE CHURCHILL, took to their Instagram account, and this is what they had to say. I was pleasantly surprised when I received a call from my son, King Andre. For the first time, hearing him call me daddy was deeply touching and a reminder that what God cannot do does not exist. Faith has a way of bringing clarity, humility, and peace. I acknowledge the growth and grace evident in the manner in which this matter has been resolved. With God leading, healing and understanding have become possible. Forgiveness has paved the way for a new chapter, and we are moving forward with a sense of peace and mutual respect. Oh, finally, actress Tontodikeh and her ex-husband have finally reconciled. So many questions come to play. What about his marriage with his current wife? Are they going to part ways? Is he going to get back with actress Tontodikeh, or they're just going to focus on co-parenting? Because immediately she announced that she had reconciled with Churchill, his current wife took to her Instagram page to post that she is a queen of all queens. Well, let us see how this whole story unfolds. Meanwhile, please subscribe to Naija Celeb Buzz for factual updates on trending Nigerian celebrity stories.